My point is, don't get too caught up on any vendettas tonight.
Gun is not my enemy tonight. Just an obstacle in my way.
Pass the aux cord!
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Alrighty, I'm back after my wacky hijinks with Shadow the Hedgehog, and oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for the love and support with that video. That video took a lot out of me to make, and honestly, it's been making this video longer because of it, because, ladies and gentlemen, I have a little bit of creative burnout when it comes to like big scripts and stuff like that. That was like the last big script I had in me for the year. And so for this video, I'm being a little bit more laid back, talking about Sonic Shadow Generations. And now it's actually back in January or February, one of the two, of 2024. And this remake had a lot of controversy behind it because they're remaking a game that not a lot of people have now the fondest memories of. Like, everyone still loves this game, but they kind of like love the hate on it because they're like, oh, they can't be remastered, but it's also playing it too safe. And it was like kind of a losing battle between if this game will ever be good or not. But Sega decided they're going to be more confident this year, and after Sonic Frontiers basically knocked out all the expectations out of the water, they came back with this game and promoting that Shadow is gaining his own, like, basically second campaign. And ever since day one, I've always compared this to the Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury like situation where like we have this base game that everyone genuinely likes, but then they are going to go hog wild with the ideas that that original version had and make a completely new experience with it. I think the Bowser's Fury was like 3 hours. I think I clocked in around 5 hours in stream time when I streamed it over on my Twitch, which you guys should go follow, by the way, because I very much do appreciate all the followers over there on Twitch, and that's why I am most of the time when I'm not making videos. So go follow that. So this video is basically going to be unscripted, as much unscripted, more unscripted than normal, I guess, because I typically use bullet points, but even then, I'm not really using bullet points for this video. I'm kind of just speaking my thoughts into a microphone, out into an ether, because, like I said, I'm still trying to mentally recover from the Shadow the Hedgehog video, and we're almost like a month after that video came out, and I'm already still trying to recover because that video did take a while of me. But enough hopping on that. Why don't we go and jump into what I think is my personal game of the year, and that is Sonic Shadow Generations. Oh my gosh, I have no idea where to start with this game. Well, first things first, I want to start with the gameplay. So this game has two forms of gameplay. Obviously, we have the Sonic Generations stuff, which all the Generations stuff is basically intact, except for cutscenes have been redubbed and reanimated. A little weird, not necessarily anything too bad, but just weird enough that it kind of is a little unsettling, I guess, because like Generations was never big on story, at least in terms of like its overall story. It was more about character moments and character interactions more than anything. And it feels like this version, they were trying to make it a little bit more story focused on the Generations part of it. But they kind of took out some character aspects, but primarily with Amy. I have no idea why they're trying to get rid of the fact that Amy was stalking Sonic, or like how like Amy basically was fawning over Sonic. Like that dynamic has slowly but surely kind of died out. I like that she's more assertive of herself now with games like Sonic Frontiers, but like holy cow, like you can strike a good balance, you know? Like have a good balance for my goal. But anyway, back to what I was mostly saying. the gameplay is relatively the same as Generations is on like Xbox 360, for example, and that was kind of an interesting thing. Kind of jumping around a little bit here, but they were actually planning on. They actually did delist the original version of Sonic Generations off of the Steam, the Xbox Store, and the only way you can play it is if you have a physical copy of the disc, which is a little weird. And it also does not help that a month after this game came out, Sega started delisting more of their games. A different story for a different time. But there were two missing features off of this collection. That being that you can actually go and play the original Sonic 1 in this game, and you can also have 1-ups. Now, I kind of wish that they will like patch this so they can patch in like the original Sonic 1, or even if they don't want to do that, at least patch in 1-ups, because there's an item in the game that like takes advantage of the fact that there's 1-ups, and it just doesn't work in this version like at all. So that's a little weird. However, this game is still the same Sonic Generations that we all know and love. No real gameplay changes outside of, like I said, you don't have lives anymore, so you don't have to worry about game overs. But for me, I think that this game is still fun. The online mode is back up and running, which is a better or worse situation depending on who you ask. But I generally had a good time overall with a good chunk of my friends playing this. But it could definitely break out the worst of people, let me tell you. But that leaves us with the Shadow portion of this game, and this is what I wanted to talk more about with this video, because I think they nailed a perfect action-adventure platformer like in this style, because they nailed all the problems I had with Shadow the Hedgehog with this game. Now, obviously, it's not one-to-one Shadow the Hedgehog from 05, but it does have a lot of aspects. Like, instead of guns, you shoot out the chaos spheres with a button. You have different types of homing attacks, and new to this game is that you have all these different types of Doom abilities that you kind of get throughout the adventure. And it's kind of like Metroid, now I think about it. Well, like, as you're going through the game, you're getting more weapons. Or I guess Legend of Zelda will be a bit more of a better comparison. But as you're going through, you're slowly getting like these different type of like powers to basically traverse through different types of levels. And it's really cool when you get some of these powers, because it makes like replaying the level all that much more different. And especially with one power up, the I think it's like the Doom Wing. That is a really cool power up, and it can absolutely break certain aspects of certain levels if you play your cards right. Also, what's new to this is his standard chaos control, because not only does it slow down time, it also like pauses the time like little bar thing that like counts down the time. So if you're going after like speed 1 times and everything, it's crucial to like get that chaos control meter and use it whenever you can to try to slow down time as you try to like platforms throughout stages. It's really heckin' fun, and this is one of my favorite aspects of this game. But with the gameplay being as solid as it is, oh my gosh, this story goes places, and I feel like I shouldn't say anything about the story. It's an experience that longtime Shadow the Hedgehog fans will get the most out of. There's callbacks to all the different games. The plot focuses on Black Doom as an actual threat that actually seems threatening. The relationship between Dr. Gerald, Robotnik, Maria, and Shadow all feel genuine and real, and that Shadow is dealing with all this trauma of losing his best friend. It's so good. The story is so good. I don't really know how else to describe it to anyone that hasn't played the Sonic games before. Like, this won't make too much sense if you haven't played Adventure 2, but definitely preparing to go see something like Sonic Movie 3 and playing this game before seeing that will probably better enhance the experience, because we already know that now Shadow is going to be dealing with the whole Maria backstory type thing, and the fact that they are actually being able to talk to each other again after Shadow's adventures in Adventure 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Heroes, all of that. it just feels light. It feels like a proper send-off, a proper goodbye that I truly felt that Shadow 05 was trying to do, but dropped the ball so hard with that game. This game's narrative and story is so good. I feel like I can't even say anything about it because it's an experience I want others to experience with this game. I was going to go out of my way and spoil it. Actually, we recorded this a couple of times of me just trying to explain the story and everything, but I feel like it's not my place to explain this story. I will explain Dark Beginnings in a different video, probably within the new year, but oh my gosh, I am so in love with this story, and I'm so in love with this game. This game defied all expectations. It's such a fun game to play. I always enjoy going back and replaying the levels via online modes or just playing the levels just as in casual conversation while I'm chilling with some friends. This game right here is so amazing. It does Shell's character right. It fixes all the problems of previous games. It's just a fun game. We are now in an era of a more confident Sega and Sonic team, and despite some minor setbacks that I brought up in this video, I think that the future of Sonic is looking brighter than it's ever have within the almost 30 years of this franchise. And I think this remaster is one of the best. Now, I still consider this a remaster, not a remake or a straight port. Again, think of the whole Mario 3D and Bowser's Fury situation. I love this game, and I would love if you guys will be able to pick it up and play it. There's exclusive different costumes you can get with different DLC packs that you can get, but the game itself is only $50. If you just want the base game, no fancy bells and whistles, it's way cheaper than Sonic Frontiers, and it's cheaper than a lot of the games of the year, honestly. So yes, please pick it up this holiday season because it is well worth your time and money. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the process of reorganizing a bunch of stuff in terms of my setup and everything, so I'm going to be doing that. Hopefully this short video of me rambling about this game can do it justice a little bit. I will eventually go back and talk about this game in greater detail at a later point, but I really wanted to get this video out before the end of the year, and so hopefully you guys enjoy. Have yourselves a happy holidays, and I'll see you guys in 2025. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic night or day, and as always, keep gaming. Special thanks to KattChatt for being a member of the Kingdom Keepers. If you want to support the Gaming Trouge, follow my links down below.